Hello, dear beautiful world. Today's topics will be gratitude and wonder. Gratitude is needed, especially if you are cultivating and practicing esoteric knowledge and esoteric wisdom. The gratefulness is to have that, oh, thank you for giving me all this beautiful wisdom and knowledge, this beautiful understanding, this beautiful cognition of this universe as a whole and as pieces, as details. That is gratitude, and it opens up the channels. It opens up the channels to the spiritual world. You become completely open by being grateful. That is what gratefulness is for. It is to actually give the universe the proper and right thankfulness and gratitude. Because we are from the universe. We are the universe, and the universe provides us. And we are just as much part of this as everything else, as a speck of stardust, as a stone, as plants, as animals, and as human beings. We are all intertwined in this beautiful dance of totality, of all. But the all is many layers, and have many sides and many shapes and forms and behaviors. And the more we explore it and the more we try to understand it, the more you actually are able to get few glimpses of the spiritual facts that resides under the physical bodies, the physical forms and shapes. But it requires to be silent and in the now, to be able to observe directly what is happening, so you can absorb all that is here. When you are done with exploring, you can go back to yourself, taken as an example. This is one way to do it. And you meditate and contemplate on what you just experienced. You take forth the whole experience, picture and movements and all, and you see what happened. What did I do? Could I do something better? Did I say something that was unnecessary in the moment? And you do it with wonder and gratitude. You don't do it with fear and a nervousness for someone might view you as something stupid. For someone making fun of something is more a defense than anything. And I can see it as anything but that. To go above the problem, to go above what is explored here. To actually have wonder in general, to actually have the gratefulness and the drive, the longing, the curiosity to find out what this is about. Because if you stop up for a moment and think about it, you actually, it feels so strange. It feels so wonderful to be a human being. No matter if it's pain, if it's joy, if it's sorrow, if it's all in between really. But love. If you have love all the way, even in those feelings, you have gratitude even for those feelings. They teach us something. They make us grow. Of course, we can choose to repeat and we can choose to observe this experience again and again and again and beat ourselves up for it. That is also possible, to end up in a loop for years. I've had one or two layers of me that have been like this, and and some of my layers are still like this. It is so many different things to explore and to have fun with. But the more we beat ourselves up and become tyrannical with ourselves, we become tyrannical with others, and hence we do not necessarily give out the best of energies. As long as we are aware of this and try to make amends when things become a little darker than expected. to make amends really helps. It really does. Because if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, that other person will start to think, is he not caring? Does he not give a shit? And especially if that other person thought that, hey, that was wrong. But that's just an example. I don't have many of those examples in my own life, but I have experienced them. I have gone through a whole shit ton of experience. I've gone through a whole lot in this short life I've had until now. And with gratitude, I say I'm so glad that I experienced it all. I have gained some problems for myself with it, but I've gained more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to actually hurt for those experiences. Yes, if I let myself go and let the pain from the experience, in that moment the experience happened, let it come to me, I feel pain again. But the pain is from the past. The pain is in the past and it is still a part of me. But we have to transmute it. We should transmute it. We go inside ourselves, meditate on it, even when it's painful, and sit with it and try to find out, how can I heal this pain, this incredible discomfort? Because it's completely possible. The pain is there because you haven't looked at it. The pain is there because we should find out what it's about. No pain in the world can kill us. No pain, emotional pain in the world can physically kill us. Of course, we do have some more unique cases of this, but I personally haven't read about it. I haven't experienced it. So it is a viewpoint that is to be taken into consideration. Not everyone can do this. Not everyone want to do it. Not everyone should do it. It is for the people that have this special interest in mind, that has this special role to play here on Earth. Like everyone does. All have a role here to play. And we all choose it ourselves. If we choose to be put up in place or if we choose it concretely ourselves. We still choose it. We choose to give away our power to others, so we choose to use our own power to do good and to build a place. It requires valor, bravery, courage to actually speak out in this world. Many times I'm feeling ridicule. Many times I feel that people are talking behind my back. But more often than not, it is me. I am fighting against myself. And that is from experiences I experienced earlier in life. And as long as I consciously override that feeling, I can experience a person with a light that allows them to become more than who they are normally. You allow them to become bigger in a sense, instead of thinking, oh, he will be the same today, and then he becomes the same. It is the same with all. We mirror each other. And if one person's will is strong enough and think, yeah, that person is that other person have no other choice but to play that role for a little while until he can break out of it in a moment. That we are that easily influenced. We are all an I. The I we share this I from different viewpoints. We live in this I, in our capital I, the I, the ego. And of course we are affected. Everyone is affected by each other because we are part of this intertwined system, in this intertwined life, this intertwined hierarchy of life. I am now exploring, and I am a little creative with this. I am trying to be creative and still positive and wondrous and grateful. It is so easy to complain about life. It is so easy to see all the pains and all the shadows. And I am trying to go beyond it and see even the shadow as beautiful. Even the pains and the problems we have as beautiful and problems to be solved. It's more of a challenge, really, for all of us. Absolutely all of us. Think about it. We can't really blame a group. We can't really blame an organization. These organizations are human beings, individuals that have, with free will, become an ideal. They have become something that is not them, but they are an organization. And they are the cogs in there. We have individuality in there too. But things become perpetuated by doing this because we lose ourselves in all these systems and organizations. We are meant to be individuals even in the organizations. We are meant to have a voice, all of us. We are meant to speak out even to the most shallow of insults and pains and bullying. It is so easy to dislike and to fear and to hate and to complain about the world. That is more or less the standard for many, many people today. But it will only bring pain. It will only bring suffering if you can't see solution in it. If you only point out the problem, nothing else, you just point out the problem and complain and give yourself the opinion, the personal opinion from it, the egotistical opinion of is this of use to me or is this more of detriment to me based on how I live and comfortability. But if you see a thing for what they are, you see it as happenings, you see it as experiences. And after that, then you can give it meaning. The meaning you give it is the meaning from your personal opinion. Just like many, many spiritual and mystical experiences is subjective. Even though it is subjective, if I as a person have experienced a mystical experience and another person has experienced a mystical experience, we can both talk about it even though it is subjective, and it can become objective. That is what spiritual science is. It is meant to be built up so everyone can have the type of the same deep understanding of spirituality and have the possibility for it as everyone else. Only degrees differs based on skill and application and how much we practice. It is only based on how much we immerse ourselves in it. And spirituality is meant to be here as arts, as morals, ethics, as beauty, love, truth, and creativity, intuition. All of these things are spiritual and has come from the spiritual. Let me give you an example. If someone completely atheistic made an organization that is working completely out of materialism, it will work morally and ethically for a little while, but after a certain point it will disappear completely, because the moral and the ethical comes from the spiritual realms. They are not here in the natural world. It comes from us humans. And without the spiritual help, we lose it. We become robotic, mechanic, cold, calculating, computers. Without emotions, we become computers. With emotion, we become spiritual. We become something deep. We become something that can relate to the world in different ways than animals can, than plants can. We can actually have this intense feeling for reality. And to explore every aspect of it is more or less a responsibility that falls on all of us that really wants this, that really needs this, that really longs for this. And there's nothing wrong with it. It is a natural feeling. The longing is always there. And spirituality can fill it for you. The more you understand, the more it fills you in a sense. And the more you live in it actively, the more you create it actively, here and now, the deeper and stronger it becomes. It is like, take intellect training, for example. You train your thoughts and your patterns to do a certain thing over time, and it becomes stronger and stronger until it overrides another habit and pattern, right? It is the same with this, except we are not those patterns. We are more than just nervous systems. But that is how it works. You must repeat and practice it. Build up concepts, build it stronger, build it until you can use it in the physical world. You don't even need to talk about it. You just live it. You live in, whoa, the spirits are all around me. Life is all around me. You can feel it. You can see it. You can sense it. Life in general. And that's what it means to be curious, wondrous, and have gratitude. For gratitude gives even more and more and more. And yeah, if you want life to give you money, food, clothes, house, a car, maybe nice partners, then that will be your goal. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you want safety and comfort. If you want truth, if you want solutions, and if you want understanding of the universe, comfort and safety is not necessarily the way we should go. Comfort is a repetitive cycle. We go in what we know. We do what we know, even if it is kind of a little bad. But we still do it, because it's safe. We know it. We don't have to explore outside that. That's scary. But when you go outside that and explore something completely new, you are completely open here in the moment, and after you watched it, then it comes back to you, whoa, that was some stuff, that was amazing. And then you can contemplate it, if you want, or you can tuck it back as a memory, all random. You see, you can do a lot of things with this, and we are a walking esoteric library, we are a walking esoteric wisdom, and the more we absorb from different concepts, from experience to cognize, to have fun with it, to have wonder with it, to enjoy it and be grateful for it, you really will come to the conclusion that, okay, the spiritual world is as real as I am. You will just come to that conclusion in the end. You will just come to that feeling that, okay, it's impossible. It's impossible that we are gotten here randomly. And we are guided here, and we do have purpose, and we do have responsibilities and lessons to learn here, in a sense, in this lifetime. Thanks, everyone. I just want to be creative and explore many different areas and have fun with it. I just love speaking in the moment, let it flow, to see what comes from myself. That's the most fun. What is going to come next? I don't know. I have a few words maybe I can use, and then I pull it down and explore that. That is also a way to cultivate your more encompassing and visualization mind, your imagination, and over time when you do this, it become intuition. It become intuitive knowledge. It comes to you as intuitive knowledge, but you have to train that up to a point. As I said, I would call it being tested by the spiritual world all day, every day. And when we show ourselves as worthy, even for a moment, even for They will reward us with wisdom and knowledge and guidance. You just have to show them that this is the path I want to go. May the divine hierarchies and Christ and all the ascended masters and all our ancestors bless us, guide us, and watch over us on this path and this journey. Love you all. Goodbye.